Hello, everybody, and welcome to this 6 p.m. show of Kahani Kancheti. Now, why this is a 6 p.m. show? Normally, we are on at 7, we are on at 8, but because of the IPL, and after friend Sir Jadeja having hit those sixes and made a dramatic turnaround for CSK, I suppose the last minute excitement of IPL is going to develop. And even I will also be joining IPL after this show is over. So we decided to put the timing at 6 o'clock so that we are through by 7:15. And more importantly, we are not going to have any further shows of Kahani Kancheti on Facebook Live till the IPL finals are played on the 10th of November. Now, to those joining us for the first time, my name is Sujit Sanyal, and this platform is called Kahani Kancheti. Some of you all have already attended some of our programs in the past, but for those who have just come in, if you can just give me a minute, I think there is a slight confusion with the link that has been passed out. So I will now give the link to those who are landing up here to go to the Facebook link. Just give me a minute. I'll just... Thank you, Neha. Nice to see you again. And that is the message. Please go to the .com at Kahani Tales, not to the StreamYard. I think that has been issued out by mistake. Now, as you know, Kahani Kancheti is in the business of stories. Now, we think everything around us is a story. You are a story. I am a story. We all are stories. And this story covers anything from literature to theater to cinema to music to anything. So, we have had one session earlier this month on Mahashweta Devi. We had one even earlier on Sayyid Mustafa Ali, and even on B.B. King and the blues music. Now, today what we are going to discuss the actress, thespian who passed away sometime in April from our midst, Usha Ganguly. And along with that, we will discuss the importance of the Hindi stage in Kolkata. Now, to discuss the Hindi stage in Kolkata with me, I have got my friend Dharam Arora. Now, Dharam, incidentally, has been a regular at the Kolkata Hindi stage. And more importantly, Dharam has also worked with Usha Ganguly. So, let me bring Dharam into the frame, and let me introduce to him whatever little introduction that we have to do. So here is Dharam. Hi, Dharam.
Hi, Sujita. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, right. You're back, and you're wearing a lovely deep mauve shirt. I'm wearing a light blue shirt.
We always, color matching. We're always color matching.
Absolutely. And I must tell you about Dharam. Dharam, as I was saying, is a thespian, meaning he's a theater worker. He has been acting, writing, directing. He even ran his own group in Kolkata. He's Dharam Arora, but he's a Dharam Arora from Kolkata. And where he is right now, as it so happens. And I, the Sujit Sanyal from Kolkata, and I'm now here in Gurgaon. So we have just for this thing, we have crossed our locations. And Sheila says that we are both looking very colorful. Thank you. That was the whole idea to add some more color into the whole process. Now, Dharam and I go back a long number of years because Dharam is, like me, a communication academic. He and I both teach at various institutes, teach creativity, communication, advertising. He also does teach theater, and he runs a kind of a street play group. He's still working very hard at it. Dharam has also spent some years on the radio medium, Faraway Australia. So that's Dharam for you. And the reason why I thought Dharam is the best person to talk, his Bengali is better than mine because he's from Kolkata. Now, I'm also from Kolkata. My Bengali is not that bad. But importantly, Dharam has actually also worked with the Hindi stage. He, as I was saying, has worked with Usha Ganguly herself. So, Dharam, let's get on with the business. But first, for the audience, as to why we are looking at the Hindi stage in particular and Usha Ganguly, let me just take you through, and Dharam, let me just run through a little bit on the Kolkata theatre as a whole. Now, Kolkata theatre is immensely rich. It always has been. And from 1872, now why I am taking 1872? Because in 1872 is considered the first time a stage, a theatre, a play was staged. And this is Dinabandhu Mitro's Neel Darpan, which was about the indigo farmers and the atrocities that the Britishers or the East India Company used to commit on them. So Neel Darpan is considered the first kind of a theatre that was performed in 1872. Now, the reason I remember it is 1872 because in 1972, 100 years later, there was a recreation of the same theatre using old, those lamps and others, old stage, almost at the same place where it was staged in 1872. So the kickoff to the 100 years of Bengali theatre started off with reconstructing the whole ethos and the era of 1872 of Dinabandhu Mitro's Neel Darpan. Dharam, people even remember you for the Gulzar show, and they said you were extremely knowledgeable about Gulzar. So you're creating some kind of name and fame for yourself. Stick to Adi Kancheti and our channel. I'll take you places. Now, coming back from 1872, why I'm saying the Bengali theatre or the Kolkata has been so rich, because theatre has been a very integral part of the Bengali psyche. And if I may add, people like Ramakrishna Paramhans were regular visitors to the theatre.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a very big thing. Ramakrishna Paramhans, the whole Bengali theatre or the Calcutta theatre, I'm sorry, when I say Bengali, I mean the Kolkata theatre, has been blessed by man himself. So theatre has been there all around. And we have had great people like Girish Ghosh was one of his official disciples along with Vivekanand, right?
Yeah.
Of Bengal. And then we have had Noti Binodini, and the North Calcutta reeks with the theatre world, like
theatre culture. Yes,
theatre culture, absolutely. And then we slowly move up. I'm cutting that long story short as to how Bengali theatre grew, developed, and you had Rong Mahal and many such other Sri Rangam, Minerva theatre. Then we come to the 1940s. And what happens in 1940s? Of course, IPTA. And IPTA sort of takes over everything.
Noban, yes.
Country, the Nobanno, right, Dharam?
Yeah.
Nobanno, 1946, Bijan Bhatta's Nobanno, co-directed with Shambhu Mitro. But then after Nobanno happens, 1947 also happens. By 1950, IPTA breaks up. Now, when IPTA breaks up, it sort of breaks up into Shambhu Mitro and Tripti Mitro's Bohurupi. Utpal Datta takes on his little theatre group, as it was called then, which later became People's Little Theatre, but then Utpal Datta. And slowly, in the meantime, banks, clubs, schools, colleges, everybody did some theatre or the other. And Durga Pujas, on every day, Shaptami, Ashtami, Navami, there were theatres which were done by the locals, neighbors who'd come and put up a play. We moved to 1960. This is where it becomes important. We moved to 1960 because this is the time, 60s to 70s, the Bengali group theatre started, it picks up momentum. You have Ajitesh Bandyopadhyay and Rudra Prasad starting off with Nandikar.
Yes.
So you had Nandikar, you had Borupi, Academy of Fine Arts. These are the places which are associated with the group theatre movement. And group theatre was a kind of an antidote to the commercial theatre of North Calcutta. So while one was a commercial stage, this was an experimental love for the theatre. People who acted here were not professionals to that extent. I mean, they were not branded professionals. So Uh, Around this amount of time, when let's take for instance, Bohrupi had become I think it attained an elite status. Utpal
Hmm.
Datto was all over the place, and his plays were extremely popular because, mind you, he had this left orientation, and his plays were very, 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 what shall I say, anti-Congress, if I may use the word. Nandikar came with a whole lot of adaptations of European plays like Pirandello, like Arnold Wesker, and then came Brecht, of course. And when Brecht came with his Three Penny Opera, almost every theatre group was doing some Brecht or the other. But then we in Bengali theatre also, they produced the Mohit Chattopadhyay. I mean, so you had a whole lot of group theatres very active. There's a blog on that. I've written about it. And Dharam has also done a blog for our website on the Hindi theatre. And very importantly, we had another important character while these group theatres were happening was Badul Sarkar and his third theatre, which was a different kind of a
Yes.
theatre. And my friend Anup Kumar has contributed a blog in our website on Badul Sarkar. So if you can go to our website, www.kahanikancheti.in, you'll find a lot of these there. By end 70s, the group theatre thing was slowly breaking up. Shambhu Mitra went out of Bohrupi, and he made very rare few special guest appearances. I'm sorry, I'm giving a very long kind of a chat, but then
No,
we
it's
need
okay.
to
I think
do
everybody
that.
needs that kind of,
Yeah, because to orient everybody, I think, so that we can understand our
Yes.
discussions better.
Yeah.
Then, around this point of time, a very important thing was happening. Well, we have got our first confirmation. Dharam, Alina, Islam actually say this is an enriching session. So whatever bug I'm doing, I think it's going down very well. Now, what happens is that the Hindi theatre, in a land where everybody speaks Bengali, even the Marwadis speak Bengali, the Punjabis
Bengali.
speak Bengali,
Yeah.
the
South
Gujaratis
Indians
speak
speak
Bengali.
Bengali.
Even South Indians speak Bengali. This is it's an amazing blend of cosmopolitan city. It's absolutely
Yeah,
lovely.
yeah.
And like Dharam will tell you, not being a born Bengali, but Calcutta is home. So Calcutta is home to everybody, Bengalis and non-Bengalis. We started getting into the Hindi state. The Hindi theatre started making an impact. And Dharam, if I may, here we can start getting to talk. In the
Yeah,
60s, I think it was mainly Shamanand Jalan
Yeah.
and Pratibha, Dr. Pratibha Agarwal. They
Agarwal.
made this, I think, Agarwal. I think that was called Anamika, right?
Yeah.
Anamika
Yes.
Kalasangam, which later became,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
were putting
Yeah.
up a place.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
one thing that Shamanand Jalan did was that he actually developed an Hindi audience. That was one of his major contributions. Shamanand Jalan's. And though he later started in, I think, in the early 70s, his own group called Padate. Let me come to Usha Ganguly for a minute, whom you have known so well and you have worked with her. Now, my association with Usha Ganguly is of a different, not the theatre. You'll be surprised.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah, I told you. Usha Di was our Hindi teacher in college. So, and this was, mind you, 1970. So 70, 71, 72. So this was a very young Usha Di, just got married, and she used to come to college wearing
Teach.
flashing he teach with a red vermilion sindoor on her thing. And I did not, for quite some time, did not know that she's the theatre Usha Ganguly, so Ganguly and Hindi theatre, we didn't connect. But then she smiled into the classroom, she smiled out of the classroom. So that was Usha Ganguly. Now, tell us about, first let's discuss Usha Ganguly. We'll move to the Hindi theatre later. Now, here is one person, and I think we have rightly titled this program called Himmat Mai. She really had the himmat to really take on the entire gamut of the stage, where the competition was not just the Hindi theatre, it was also the Bengali theatre. And she took it to a certain level, which was like amazing.
Yeah.
So,
True. Agreed.
What do you tell me about your experience with Usha Ganguly?
Okay. See, primarily, what I would like to tell everybody is that, in Bengal, Hindi theatre is not a Hindi theatre. It's a very much a part of the Bengali theatre. So when you say Bengali theatre, you're actually also talking about Hindi theatre. And that's what's
Right.
the most amazing part of it, like it was not separated like it's a Hindi theater, it's a Bengali theater. So like you will see whenever there's a festival happening, okay, and there's a Bengali theater festival primarily, you will also see Hindi theater by Rupa Usha Ganguly, also taking part, and it was full house. So now, like Usha, I think I've written in my blog that I joined at an exceptionally young age, like when you don't even know how to wipe your nose, and that's the time I started doing theater. And so my love for theater started at a time, which is very I was, and I also met Ushadi at the same time when I was in, I think, class 7 or 8, I think so. Okay, and
Oh
see
boy.
what's the most yeah. So because before that I started. So if I start my journey, I would say that I completely give it to Uday Shankar and Shambhu Mitra, because I was watching television program and I see Shambhu Mitra interviewing Uday Shankar, and I used to see a lot of programs. I don't know, I was just drawn towards, it was Calcutta or it was in my genes that I was very drawn towards theater and art. And at the same time I was in class 7 or 8, I joined Uday Shankar group. And Amuladi took my, there was a whole program which was going to happen, and they were asking for dancers, and I saw an ad in the newspaper, most probably, or someone told me. So I went to their Park Street center and auditioned, and then I practiced with it. So that's another very interesting part which happened. I was very lucky to have a very good mentors. So Ushadi also came at that time, and the good thing about today, I realize that even though I was very young, none of my directors treated me like a kiddo. Okay, and she never treated me like कि बच्चा है अभी कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा. So she was a very bold personality, very upfront, open for a lot of new things. And today when I look back, I think I used to participate in everything. Like even at I was participating in almost some backstage production and things like that. I get to learn a lot, which you do not realize when you're doing. So from Ushadi, I learned a lot of things. That time I maybe did not realize, but what I always remember her is the smiling face and a big tika on her head, and very busy. But what I think, which I did not find maybe in another group, was like she was very interactive, very one-to-one person, and she was always a go-getter. Like in a time when Hindi theater always had been struggling because there were so many Bengali theaters and everything was happening, she was always coming up, teaching. She was translating. She was doing a lot of workshops. She was traveling, and theater was like her passion. I mean, I think she has given 110% of her life to the theater, and that's the reason she is what she has achieved today. So I remember as a thorough professional, because that's what one thing I would like to also say, that theater, I have learned a lot of professionalism from theater. It was never a time for a adda time for us. So rehearsals were like strict rehearsal, and every, like, especially they were all, we were studying, so we would go after school, we will have rehearsals always. Like at that age also, I'm like wondering how my parents used to allow me, because we used to go around 6:30, and now I don't think any parent would allow their child to go alone at 6:30, and I would come back by 9:30. And then when there's a rehearsal, I think Saturday Sunday we are doing rehearsals. Okay, so so no one had too much of a time to chit chat. So it was only theater. You do rehearsal. So she will talk about theater. She will teach us a lot of things, and she will talk about props. She'll talk about backstage. So that's the way I know most of them professionally, and learning a lot of things from her, and mesmerized by the fact that a single woman, we have seen mom and aunt and everybody, but looking at a working woman who is so dedicated towards a profession really inspired me a lot. I always remember her like that. And I didn't get, because after that I shifted abroad and I shifted to Delhi, so I didn't get too much of a time to connect with any of them. But I remember, I really don't feel or believe that she's passed away. For me, she's like still there, and she's still directing, and she's still writing. So I think that's the kind of a memory I have. And I have worked in couple of places. I had what I realized at very early that backstage production is a very important thing one must learn. Like even though I was doing acting, but then the kind of things I've done a lot of backstage projection, which is actually helping me right now because I handle a lot of events and I do a lot of events. So that kind of a learning from theater, which is actually giving me a lot of leverage or giving me, a lot of what is the advantage when I'm doing it. So Ushadi, yes, for me, I think everything you need a person in a theater, someone who is uh, dynamic, who is a go-getter, and she wouldn't use like even she was a woman and a very young woman at that age. She would travel, she will go, and we'll all go, and you never felt that you're working with a, what should I say? You should feel like you are working under a leader. That's it. Like you are working under a great leader. That's it. You wouldn't think that she's a female. She wouldn't go there. So it's a fantastic learning. I would say she has still been a great impression on my mind today.
So what you're
So
saying, Dharam, and I must compliment you here. I mean, the sense that I'm very impressed, as we use the word impress, because you had started with Uday Shankar's troupe, and that you were a part of that Amala Shankar and
yeah,
Uday Shankar at one point of time.
yeah.
This part of yours I did not know. So you must have had a dream schooling, so to say, a dream schooling in performance. Um, yeah, and then moving to. So what you're trying to say is that Ushadi was not really a celeb. She never used that celebrity kind of a. She was another any other corporate leader, maybe leading a show, and yeah, that's the
No,
way I think we have also known now.
see,
Yeah.
yeah, because I think that, I mean, today when you told me, I took out all my credentials, I took out all my souvenirs and everything. I've got everything. And
Ah.
today I'm realizing that I actually work with stalwarts of Hindi theater. I didn't realize. And I searched them on internet. I did not realize until date, honestly speaking, I never realized that. The kind of, I mean, these are the only people, they were the foundations of Hindi theater. Like, I will tell you the names. Okay. And I have worked with almost all the groups of Hindi theater, with almost all the directors. And today I realized that I was not giving that kind of an important, most probably. And not only her, like I've worked with Shamanan Jalan sir, I've worked with Krishan Kumar, obviously I worked with Shauli and Shomu Mitra, right? So when I was doing, when you gave me this topic and I started doing research and all that stuff, none of you would never, I mean, you would never feel that you were under the umbrella of such thespians. So it's not only Usha, everybody, everyone. And the kind of a learning we had. But yes, I think that's what I want to tell all my viewers is that what come what was there was a discipline. you know I mean, what I really learned from all these great teachers was the discipline. Like I worked with Pratibha Garwal, and I was reading that Pratibha Garwal is the great granddaughter of Bhartendu Harishchandra. I mean, that.
Yeah, she's a great granddaughter
Just
of
imagine.
Bharat Harishchandra. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So, and and just imagine she was teaching Hindi at such a young age at Bhawanipur Education College, right? So there was no airs about it. I think everybody took it very casually. I mean, today you do start doing anything and everybody feels great. Everybody is like a Netflixer, everybody is a blogger, everybody is a foodie and everything like that. But at that time, it was the fact that everybody was everything, but no one was actually trying. It was not in their personality at all. So I think Hindi theater started coexisting side by side. And as you correctly said, that Shamanand Jalan was the pioneer. He's the one actually who started Anamika, and with Dr. Pratibha Agarwal. My journey actually started, and I actually want to name her. I'm like dying to name her. Is like actually started working with Geeta Jani, and I am surprised that I don't find her. She was a great name in Gujarati theater, and the time I was working with Usha Ganguly and Geeta Jani, they were exactly like a contemporaries. She was equally big like Usha Ganguly, and I think because Usha Ganguly was so dedicated towards theater, and I think her focus was too much on the theater that she continued her journey with theater. And I think Geeta Jani, after 2-3 years after I started working with her, I think she was no longer producing or directing any theater, but My journey started like I went to Birla Academy and I saw the one small on the notice. I went, there's a Lake Market, Lake that Puchka, Lake Kalibadi Puchka. So we all used to go to Lake Kalibadi Puchka
Oh,
and
we all
Anandam.
know.
So it was like
We all know.
everybody, so Sunday it was like a Sunday treat. So the father will take us in a car. Everybody will go out, come out of the car, and they will have puchka, jhalhori, everything, and kotte kotte we will come back home. So the Birla Academy is just next to it. So I was very interested in Academy, Birla Theatre. So I think I was just walked down there and I saw a notice which was written that some theatre class is going to happen. And I said, I'm coming here for the theatre. And that time we didn't have a luxury ki driver chhod kar ke aayega and things like that. So obviously, I think my parents asked me, I said, I'll manage because you buses are very straight, like ghar se utho. And I was staying in a place where commuting is very easy. So get up from there and then drop at Birla Academy and then come back. And I remember, so in Birla Academy, 11th or 10th floor, we used to have classes. And my tries with theatre started. And Geeta Jani was there. And remember that it was a 1-year course. So today everybody flaunt their certificate and things like that. I do not flaunt anything like that. So I did 1-year course and then we did my first theatre was at Kala Mandir. And I learned a lot from Geeta Jani ma'am also a lot. Then we started doing a lot of work. And I realized that my interest was not only in acting, but I was a lot of interested in the backstage. And because primarily it was Hindi theatre, so I met a lot of people from Anamika Kala Sangam. She was doing a lot of, I won't say, there was nothing on a professional theatre in Hindi at all. So it was an amateur theatre. Then she associated me with Anamika Kala Sangam. Then I was working with them. So I used to help them. My Hindi handwriting has always been very good. So I used to write script. So that's one of the ways, that was an entry into the theatre world, that he writes very good script. So that time there was no Xerox and things like that. So you'll put those carbon copies and I'll make huge scripts I will write, then it will go to everybody. And when I go for the rehearsals, everybody praises. So that's the way I was known. Then I would make production. So that time, I will make like set. So I'll make set also. Like first scene would look like this. So I will make set out of cardboard and toothpaste packs and things like that. So that was the way I started growing, and that's where my interest in set designing for the theatre came into place. And then obviously then I went to Anamika Kala Sangam. Then I started meeting a lot of people in Anamika Kala Sangam, and I met Usha Ganguly also. Then Geeta Jani was started doing less number of plays. So I moved on to, with Usha Ganguly. Then I started doing Usha Ganguly plays with Usha Ganguly. Then after that, then she was traveling a lot because of my age. I was not allowed to travel so much. Then I joined Anamika group. And there I worked with Dr. Pratibha Agarwal and Bimal Lat. And they were...
Let me just hold you there. Let me just hold you there. I wanted to make this statement that, when you said just now, and I was very impressed when you said just now, that these big names you work with, people who suddenly you realize, oh my God, I have worked, I've hung out with them, and they are huge celebrities. It speaks immensely about their leadership quality, that they never made you feel, that you're working with some Mahan Vyakti. They were like anybody else. They were, that has also been my experience of being in the group theatre in Kolkata for about 4-5 years in the early to mid 70s. But then they never affected you. Only today, suddenly you realize, oh my God, this chap was a great guy. And that too because he's in Wikipedia. But then that's what it has been like. Now, before we two things before we go further, I want to hold you there. Just for those who are, to give you a little background on where Usha Ganguly came from with a name like Usha Ganguly and the Hindi theatre. Now, Usha Ganguly actually came from a village in UP, to be very precise. But she was born in Jodhpur. And then she spent, obviously, the life in the village in this UP for some years, the early years. What is very important is that the village gave her two kind of perspectives. One was the culture of a village in terms of the social culture. She, being a Brahmin or whatever upper caste, was actually instructed by her family ki do not cross this line because the lower caste people stay there. So that was actually her social ingraining that there is something called an upper class and there is something called a class, lower class, who cannot join you in all the celebrations because they are whatever. The second, of course, was that the colors in the village and some of the costumes in later on in her plays like Rudali or
Rudali.
many others. Rudali, she had used her association, her roots of being in the
Yes.
village, and put them all together. Then she moved to Kolkata. She moved to Kolkata and started getting. Actually, she was much affected by the Pada culture that Kolkata is very proud of, which is all about culture. It's all about adda. It's all about knowledge, and she therefore started getting into the performance. She wanted to be a dancer. She was an exceedingly competent Bharatnatyam dancer. And then slowly, as Dharam will tell us, she moved into the theater and she went on to great heights. So that's number one. Number two, there is a question that has come here. Dharam, I'll just address that in front. Gauri Belwal has this question saying that if we can speak on parallel cinema, and I think she means Bengali regional cinema. Gauri, we'll have to hold this for another day because this is a big subject on itself. But we promise you, please keep following us on Kahani Kancheti. You have given us a suggestion. We will certainly take it up. We will discuss parallel cinema and Bengali regional cinema another day. We keep having them at least once a week. We have these, what we call our Kahani Addas. So we'll come back to that Kahani Adda, right? So now, Dharam, when you got associated, now you're really talking the entire gamut of the Hindi stage in Kolkata. You have been working with Dr. Pratibha Agarwal. You also did something with Shamanal Jalan's Padatik, and you were there with Usha Ganguly, Rangkarmi. You also had your own theatre group. You ran your own little theatre group in Hindi for a while. Now, tell me. Despite living in Kolkata, when you all interacted with each other in the rehearsals or during set decorations or all that writing script, did you all speak in Shuddh Hindi or बीच में एक तो बांग्ला चलता था?
No, see, I think this is a very good point you picked up. What happened? Then I started work after that. Then I started working with Pratibha Agarwal and Bimal Lat. So I was doing their production. And see, you have to the good thing about that, it was exactly like a Guru Shishya Parampara. In spite of the fact that that like a Shamanand Jalan was a solicitor and Bimal Lat is a businessman. So no one is 100% dedicated to theater because it's not possible because everybody had to earn their bread. So, but the good point was that every time we used to sit down for rehearsals, there was a training session which was going on. So for Hindi, we were specifically instructed that we are not supposed to speak any English word in between. Like जब आप हिंदी बोल रहे हो तो आपको शुद्ध हिंदी बोलनी है. And very funny that you ask anyone, like even in the audience, if you ask people to say alphabets, everybody will say A, B, C, D, every. किसी को problem नहीं है. You ask anybody to say Hindi Swarnamala. There's, out of 100, only 2 might be say they know Hindi Varnmala, but no one, they don't know. And during, we were taught again Hindi Varnmala again, how to speak, why, kakaga. And there were a lot of practice which we used to do to make our diction clear, and they would teach us. We had to read Hindi texts. So it was not only that you're doing a rehearsal and theater, they're also teaching you. And just imagine this was happening only in a span from 6 o'clock most probably to 9 o'clock. We are there, 9:30. Or 10 o'clock till we are there. So 6 to 10, you're not only doing rehearsals, you're also doing. So we were talking basically in chaste Hindi. Okay. And there were a lot of, we were talking in chaste Hindi, and you will see a lot of people from and the good thing of Hindi theater or bad theater, they were all people coming in Mercedes and Merc. So they were not, they were all businessmen. So I would like to tell, like, people like us were coming from middle class family, but Bimal Lat, Pratibha Agarwal, Shamanand Jalan, they were all big businessmen. They had huge successful business, and this is what we have to learn. And the moment they enter the theater arena, they're all normal people sitting and we were all sitting on the floor and practicing chai. That's the reason I'm so dedicated to tea. Like, when your discussion is happening, the small cup of tea will come, and then you let them drink teas together, and then we'll go out and we will discuss things. And so during my Hindi, yes, we were talking in Hindi, and besides that, maybe you're talking in English, but I don't remember too many Bengalis. And I'll tell you one thing. I did one Kavya Pravaha with Bimal Lat. Okay, that was my last production, and you'll be surprised. One of my best friend was Nachiketa, who become a great singer in. Okay, so today
Yeah.
I have this. So I have that my this thing also with me, and to prove it, I've got Nachiketa's name here. So so
Ah,
I
acha.
so
Okay.
and after that I moved on. I started doing my graduation and things like that. And Nachiketa became a huge, big singer now, and some great names are there in this also. So here
Okay.
we were speaking Hindi primarily, but then you know that I started working with Shaulidi and Shauli Mitra and Shambhu Mitra. So there's interesting story is that they started a 2 years course under called Panjam Pedi. Shaulidi and Shambhu Mitra
Mhm.
started. So I applied for the first year. So I went. So they were
Mhm.
very happy. But they say so they realized that I might not like Punjabi guy from Kolkata and I can't read Bengali fluently. So third language was Bengali, but I was not, and I was I think in class 9 or something like that. So they thought that I will not be. So they said this year we cannot take you. If you're very interested, come back next year, but you should be fluent in Bengali. So you wouldn't believe that whole year I read Bengali myself a little bit. So next year again I went and Shauli realized and Shambhu Mitra also realized. They said, তুমি last year এসেছিলে না? আমি বললাম, হ্যাঁ আমি এসেছিলাম। They said, কোনো improvement হয়েছে? Any improvement? I said, dude, try it out. So they said, and I said, please, I don't think that I will be as good as the Bengali reading you are expecting me to be, but you please let me join, and I will definitely. So they said okay. They put me in waiting list on all that stuff, and finally I joined. So see this. So I had done my course at Birla Academy 1 year. Then Anamika was not a course, but then I worked with
Uday Shankar.
Padativ. Yeah, Uday Shankar. Then I went to Paradatik Repertory 1 year. So I was actually a group member, and that's a course. Pancham Vaidik, you do 2 years of theatre training. So there
Ah,
again, it was a mandatory that I am not supposed to speak anything else than Bengali. So to my surprise and to the whole Bengali friends' surprise, I was reading Bankim Chandra, Sharat Chandra, which is one of the most difficult. A lot of Bengalis also don't read Sharat Chandra and Bankim Chandra, so we had to memorize the whole para or the whole book and recite. So in Natoboti, in Pancham Vedic, it was only Bengali. But obviously,
okay.
like I think 100% everybody was Bengali. So I was speaking in Bengali only. And so my Bengali became more fluent and stronger, and I became more confident with
Okay.
Bengali.
Dharam,
So it was different.
let me hold you there. Let me hold you there. There is two. One is that Takesh Srathi. I'll just send a message saying that to come to the other, that link problem again. Takesh Srathi. Um, um, okay, that takes off Takesh Srathi. The other question that I have over here, there is
Yeah.
a reverse question that has come. Like you're talking about you having gone from you were learning Bengali, did Sharat Chandra, Bankim Chandra. Bankim Chandra is tough, boss. Sharat Chandra, you can still
Very tough.
pass up a little bit that. But there is this question here from Sheila Sanyal. She says that about Ushadi that she was not a Bengali married to a Bengali. And could she speak Bangla fluently? Well, she was not a Bengali married to a Bengali. Uh,
Yeah.
she
Yeah. Yeah.
she
She could
came from
speak.
UP. Yeah, she came
Yeah.
from UP. She came from. She was born in Jodhpur, and she moved to Calcutta because I think her father settled down in Calcutta, and that's the reason why Usha Ganguly had that. I don't exactly know what was her maiden name, but
Hmm.
could she speak Bangla fluently? And I
Yeah. Yeah.
think she
I
could.
didn't speak.
She
Yeah. 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 She could speak. Yeah. Yeah. She could
she
speak
could speak,
Bengali.
yeah, because she was schooled here. She in fact
Yeah.
stayed in a place called Swiss Park in Tollygunge,
Yes.
for very many years when in her schooling years, and I think she did see Shiksha Yatan and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she was very much another Kolkatan going around in bus and tram and whatever. So I
Yes,
think
yes.
that
No,
would
because
answer.
anyone comes to Calcutta, if you stay for 6, 7 months, Bengal takes over you. Like you no
Yeah,
longer remain. It just engulfs you. You know, like when I
Yeah,
like
it does.
many a times, like when I'm talking in a group, no one understands that I'm a Punjabi, right? So everybody
Mm,
would think
mm,
I'm a Bengali. So when I tell
mm.
them, okay, if I tell them that I know Bengali, I can speak Bengali, say, "Ha, are tomar kotha ekটু টান আছে," but they only guess. But otherwise, people cannot. And I was because my time with in Bengali theater, because I was all the time along with them. So I knew all the slangs, I knew every nuances of what you say
Right.
in Bengali. So I picked it up very fast. So yeah, Ushadi could speak good Bengali. Yeah, she could speak good Bengali. I
Okay.
don't.
All right. Now let me come to the broader thing of the Hindi theater. Uh,
Yeah,
which is that while initially the Anamika, that is the Dr. Agarwal and Shamanand Jalan, when probably Ushadi was sort of an apprentice or under training, she I think
yeah,
had also got some training from Rinal Sen. Now they were still doing the Hindi plays. Then I think the big game changer happened with Shamanand Jalan starting off Padatik,
pathetic.
and then Padatik, and then I think he got into the larger Indian theatre, the contemporary
Yes,
Indian theatre. I think the
yeah,
first major thing was Mohan Rakesh's Ashar Ke Ek Din, and of
yeah,
course
Shari,
Mohan
good.
Rakesh's Ashar Ke Ek Din and Aadhe Adhure, the halfway
Yeah,
house, because those
yeah,
were those in the early 70s they were making the big impact on contemporary Indian theatre. So,
yes,
and then of course, but another thing that Shaman and Jalan had done, which is very important, which I think was followed up everywhere, that you're here in Kolkata, okay, even Bengali groups were doing Ashar Ke Ek Din and what do you call all kinds of Hindi plays like Shanta Ta Court Chalu Ahe, Tendulkar's, even
hmm.
that was done. Now, the
Even
other thing
Ushadi
was
did
that
that.
even Usha did that, right? Now, the other thing that they were doing was that at least Jalan did was he also blended in the Bengali theatre. Badol
Hmm.
Sarkar, I think they had
Badal
done,
Sarkar,
Padatik
yeah.
done Evam Indrajit and Pagla Ghoda.
Yes,
Pagla Ghoda was
right.
also being done by Bohrupi. So there was a
Yeah,
complete blend. Like you rightly said, that whenever you have a theatre festival in Kolkata, you also have Hindi plays. I mean, it's not that
yeah,
it's only Bengali speaking. And as a
no.
result of which, the Bengali speaking audience, they were also getting into the Hindi theatre.
Hindi
In
theater,
by the
yes.
you came, by the time you were very much, I mean,
Yeah,
for you, a Hindi theatre, a Bengali by Nandikar or a Padatik, or later on
yeah,
Rangkarmi, Usha, this group where you probably
yeah,
were.
yeah,
It made
yeah,
no
yeah,
difference.
yeah.
I mean, for you, theatre was theatre. I must also say there was a small, very interesting but very powerful English theatre which also was happening. Red Curtains and some of the
Yeah,
others. But then coming
yeah,
back to the Hindi theatre, there was this perfect blend that was happening. And
yeah,
subsequently, I think both Shamana and Jalan uh, and Usha Ganguly started, blending in not only Bengali plays or plays written by or stories written by Bengalis. You have a friend called Dipto Sengupta, perhaps. I think this question is
man,
for
he's
you.
just too, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
is he
Dipto,
asking?
Dipto is asking, were there any movies that you saw during your Bangla learning days? In other words,
All,
he's
all.
asking all. Answer is all. There you are. All. You have to see all. If you are learning Kolkata, then you have to see Uttam Kumar and Shobit. Otherwise, you are not there.
See, Shojita, what I would like to also say that for us, for me, as a student of theater,
Yeah.
my learning ground was Bengali theater. It cannot be. I mean, I had to look up to Bengali theater. Like, where will I learn from otherwise? Because Bengali theater is happening profusely. Like, Academy of Fine Arts is the hotbed of theater. So,
Yeah.
if I love theater, then like there's a Nandikar Film Festival. I will buy tickets for all the theater. So
Yeah. Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
7 days, like if there are three shows, I'll go for all the three shows. And see, Shaunidhi taught like that is what I tell my students and of my animation or film or whatever. I tell them
Mhm.
that what I learned is that people tell them don't watch which is trash. So Shaulidhi said you have to watch trash. So that what you should not watch. Shombuja. So then I started watching everything, and so that what are the things I should not do in life. So and Bengali theater is the place where I can learn. Hindi theaters were not not so many Hindi theaters were being produced. so much at that time. So I used to watch a lot of Bengali film. In fact, 2 days, 3 days, I don't know if you have seen MS every Satyajit Ray made Teen Konna, you know. So I really like that Monihara story, a very beautiful story. And when I was a kid, it always used to come on television. And I like that Monihara Bhutka story, you know. And when we were small, it's a Bhutka picture, Bhutka picture. There are not too many Bhutka picture happening. So again, I think 3 4 days back, I found Monihara on YouTube, and I watched the whole Monihara, and it gave me the same goosebumps. It gave me, yeah. And just imagine today when there are so much of special effects and things like that. When you scare because
Right.
of special effect, the story is still high. So yes, I think. Uh, Bingo, and I would like to also mention that I also dabbled in English theater, and you know Suhail said, right? They're also from
Yeah.
Calcutta, Suhail. So I worked with them in English theater. So I never met them in Bombay or Delhi when I was in my advertising agency days, but I dabbled in English theater also. So my English became better once I started doing English theater,
Ah,
because when so I did all the three. I did all the three. Gujarati theater, Geeta Jani, I only danced. I did Garba, something like that. I didn't speak any dialogue. So it's so
I didn't
Calcutta.
know. Give you
So
everything.
Calcutta,
But
yeah. Calcutta. See, Calcutta pushes you to do. If you're creative and you got
right.
patience and you want to do it, it pushes you to that limit that you do everything you want to do. You know. So that's, I think that's
There's a
that.
story. Since you mentioned about dancing, and that is also one of your forte, which I didn't know. Next time, I
Yeah.
love to see you dancing when I see you face to face.
Okay.
But there is something that I must mention over here. That once there was this Indian theater festival or whatever, some groups from India were invited
Yeah.
to Pakistan at Lahore, right? Where there was a
Hmm.
festival happening, and Ushadi and Rangkarmi, there was one group from them which were also there in Lahore. I think she was in Lahore twice for this group, this festival, theater festival in
Hmm.
Pakistan. And the writer says that one evening the host entertained them by taking them to the Anarkali Bazaar, right, where
Okay.
there were these some of the hosts, the Pakistani people, the guests from India. And as we all know that, once you land up in Anarkali Bazaar, everybody, the
Busy.
shopkeepers at the food
Shopping.
stall, they come and shopping, and then they were eating and they were having their khana, kebabs, and whatever. At that point of time, it also that while Anarkali Bazaar is a landmark, iconic, historical marketplace and good food, it's also a part. I mean, it's also the red light area in Lahore. Now, while they were sitting there in that open space and everybody was enjoying their meal, and there was a khana happening, and the red lights were also, around dancing. At some point of time, I believe Ushadi just got up from her seat and she actually started dancing
Done.
like there was no tomorrow. And she danced and danced along, and everybody joined, and everybody stopped eating. And she did this without any notice. It just from the spur of the moment, she
Heart,
just
spur
jumped
of
up
the moment.
and she just, and that person says that, oh my God, it was not videotaped or whatever. She said that, and everybody stopped eating, and they also just jumped in and started gyrating and shaking a leg and doing all that. So obviously, she was a very person full
Lively.
of lively, full of,
Yes.
yeah,
See,
yeah,
without
yeah. There
without
was,
without that kind of a spirit, she wouldn't have been able to do the kind of things she have done. Okay. Without that kind of a spirit, you and see, she was not only restricted to Bengal. She used to travel a lot with her theater,
yeah,
and all over the world, all over India, definitely people who were interested in theater knew Usha Ganguly very well. So that's the whole persona of her thing. And I think I've worked with so many directors, that kind of personality I don't think I've seen in any, because most of them were reserved and things like that. But Usha Ganguly was a very and maybe because one of the fact could be that she has been a teacher. Okay, she has been
yeah.
teaching in
And
a
by the way,
college.
Dharam, I must also tell you that while she was doing her theatre, she completed her entire tenure at Bhawanipur till the day she was to retire. She did not give up her teaching assignment in between.
Teaching,
So
yes,
she
she
kept
never,
going
no,
to
no,
work.
no,
Yeah,
yeah,
she never. And there was a time when I believe she used to do about 4 shows a day.
yeah,
सुबह कोई स्कूल में, दोपहर
true.
में कहीं क्लब में, and शाम को. So, but tell me, of the whole lot, there is one particular play I'm just referring, and that's the one that we have used as a as the
Himmat
platform
Mai.
for this is Himmat Mai.
Yeah.
Himmat Mai. I think that was her performance there. I mean, as a production and as
Yes.
performance, I think what just like towards the end, it was you could see the entire audience was first they
Yeah.
gulped, then they choked, and then they got up and clapped.
Yes.
I mean, that was
Yes.
the yeah.
See, if
Himmat
you'll
Mai.
see her
Yes.
performance, yes, Himmat Mai, and like you correctly said that she's coming from a background and everything she poured in onto the stage. Like if you'll see, you will see a lot of colors. Like even in Rudali, if you'll see the kind of she has the color and the way the stage was, like we call it like Hindi theater was obviously going through an experimentation, and I worked with Shaman Jalan, everybody. But Usha Ganguly was a very different. I think visually very appealing, and her performance was also, as a personality, you would know her voice, her everything. So she had a complete total package when it used to come to theater. So Himmat Mai, then Chup Raho, Adalat
Ha
Jari
ha
Hai.
ha. Jari hai.
These were the like milestones in theater, and it was not only for the Hindi audience at all. That's the reason I'm saying it was a Bengali theater, and it was full house, and people from all strata would come to watch her plays, and it was a treat to the eyes, right? I mean, you can sense it in the theater itself that what kind of a performance is happening. And it was equally as good as any professional theater which would come up. So yes, her productions, people would go to watch obviously performances, but also for the production value. The production values were huge. I mean, they were really, and I have always been inspired by that kind. Like if I do any kind of work, whether now I'm doing a lot of the online events and I'm doing a lot of stuff. The whole idea behind my back is the visualization. Not normal stuff. Like even if you're doing an experimentation, right? So I think that's what made Usha Ganguly great, because uh, it was exactly the theater was exact personification of what she has been in her real life. She was not fake. I mean, that for that matter, I think none of the directors I worked with, none of them very fake. And I was reading their interviews, and I'm sad that there's not too much of a material. Maybe we'll collaborate together and we'll write a little bit about them. Everybody was very genuine, and everybody was ready to learn. Usha Ganguly was also there to teach you. I mean, the best part is that they were all ready to teach you. It is up to you how much you can grab it. And they were all ready.
They
Like
were the
everybody
gurus.
would say, हाँ अरे everybody would say rehearsal में आ जाओ, production में आ जाओ, ये कर लो, वो सीख लो, and they wouldn't hide anything. Like like when there's rehearsal happening, and I would go for all the rehearsals, like for all my role is maybe one line, two line, whatever. I will take part in all the productions, and I will go for all the rehearsals. And so through all the rehearsals, they would never say no to you. And good thing is that they were Usha Ganguly, Shauli, everybody will come back and ask you for your feedback. And it is not that they will shrug away, कि अरे ठीक है बोल रहा है. They will listen to it, and then they will do all that stuff. So
Dharam,
the kind of
Dharam, what you're saying. I'm sorry to hold you there, but what you're saying. You're bringing back. You're talking about an era which is probably gone past. Ushadi is not there, Shomu Mitru is not there, Shavanan Chalani is not there, and many of them are not there. But you're talking about an ethos, about a time which I think was absolutely the golden era. And I'm so glad that you're relating it that way, because even what little experience that I have personally had with the theater, it did not matter whether you were given 10 dialogues or whether you were told कि यहाँ पे हथौड़ी लगाओ set के लिए. You did it because of the love of the whole thing, and nobody bossed over you. There was no,
True.
I mean, you just did it out of the whole thing. But
see, I'll tell you another thing is you have to remember that everybody was grateful, because if you'll see Hindi theater, okay, it was not a commercial theater. We were not paid. We were like today. Everybody say, like if you ask someone ki theater, the first thing you'll ask, क्या मिलेगा? जैसे अच्छा भाड़ा मिलेगा, आने जाने का भाड़ा मिलेगा. People ask because भाड़ा is not cheap today. But at the back of their head, they knew that to get actors, to get performers is not easy, right? And second is that we all go, if we love theater, we are going there. So somewhere they were all grateful for that fact. So how did they show? They showed it by learning, because they knew we are going to them for learning, and they all knew that we have reached certain stage. We know a lot of things in theater, so they were all ready to teach you. You wouldn't believe in Shyamanand Padatik. I worked with Padatik also for 2 years, and Krishan Kumar. I think Krishan Kumar was the only theater personality who would be called professional, because he was not working anywhere. He was 100% dedicated to theater. Now I learned a lot of things. Like I worked under him, and I learned a lot of things from him. Like he did a lot of exercises which you've done in NSD and other theater schools. So we would write scripts, we'll improvise, we will do a lot of things. And Shyamanand Jalan's Padatik would do, like I met Satyadev Dubey. Okay, he came
Acha.
for workshops. So all these Ranjit Kapoor. So, and it was open to us. Like they were not charging us anything. And Satyadev Dubey will come for 3 days. Say every evening you will be working with him for 3 hours. And just imagine how many people are there. 20. So it's a one-to-one interaction. So they all. So if you meet so many people, and somehow we grew up and we forgot everything. But today I realize that whatever I am today, it's because of these great peoples. I've rubbed shoulders with them, and something has, because they have taught me professionalism, discipline, and they have taught me that love for the work you're doing. Like today, people say, "I don't want to work this. I don't want to do this. I don't like this." They never complain. The only thing is that how can we teach? Every people I have worked with, I can say 100% that they were only interested in teaching. They're not interested in anything. I think that's what, as a professor today, what I am only interested in teaching you. If you're ready to learn, I'm there for you. So otherwise, where will you get this kind of an exposure? Today, you call any big stalwart from theater, I think they're going to charge you a bomb. I mean, they will charge you 10,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees for a half a day session. And you might only get tea and one samosa. But they were all ready to teach you. So,
You're right.
And even Anamika. See, this is from Anamika. I'm so proud now. So this is also, see, Anamika. This is my Anamika.
Yes.
So these are all like a antique now. So
Anamika
also did two. Yes, Anamika also did 2 great programs. One was called Natya Shastra. So a complete discussion on theater. So they did something on films inspired by theater. So there was a whole discussion. So I think it gives you a lot of inputs to you also, that you. So these kinds of discussion Anamika was trying to do, and the bigger picture was everybody was facing a financial crunch. Hindi theater has always faced a financial crunch, and I know that with utmost difficulty they were trying to sell tickets. What I learned from Ushadi, Shauli Mitra, everybody. I never, like, suppose you're doing a play, I will never say, Sujitda, please give me 1 ticket free. Shawnidhi used to say that, how will we survive? These are tickets at minimum price. So don't ask for free tickets. Go and buy. This is the way you support your love for theater. Otherwise today everybody says pass hai, complimentary pass hai, and people ask for complimentary pass. So till date, even if I knew friends, I have friends, I will buy tickets. Like recently, one of my student, Richa, she did a play. So I went to the theater and I bought the ticket. So I think people who are listening to this program should also understand that it's very difficult for people, and only for love for theater, that people are going and practicing there and trying to entertain the whole world, obviously with a message. And these were not trash theaters. They were all theater with a cause, because there was a reason behind all these stories, So I think that's what people have to understand, and that's what Bengal or Kolkata gives to you. So this is what we have to remember.
Right. You're right, Dharam. There's one more thing I wanted to say over here, that there have been 2 very major contributions. I mean, contribution is a very mild word, that the city of Kolkata has been able to get from people who were completely from the Hindi stage. One is, of course, Shyamanand Jalan's Padatik. The building where Padatik, that office and the auditorium and the whole thing is done. When Shyamanand Jalan acquired that building, it was that old building in Beg Bagan near that O&M office, that mithai shop. In between Theatre Road and where the flyover lands, that Padatik complex. That when he had purchased, it was still not remodeled the way it is right now. But on the first floor of that office was our advertising agency. We were on rent. So when you're going up and down, and there was at that point of time he had got Keluchar and Mahapatra, Kelu Babu to teach
Yeah,
Odissi.
here, yes, he
So
had a theatre,
yeah,
dance
he had
school
a
also,
theatre
Padatik dance.
dance school. So Chetna ji would walk in, walk out.
Chetna
We would
Charan.
one day see Pratima Bedi also in and out. At
Yes.
which point of time the office work stopped. Minute the word went around that Pratima Bedi was hanging, walking around downstairs. Suddenly you didn't find anybody. Everybody was downstairs. So all that was happening, and there was Shaman and Jalan hanging. But then some years later, I went back to that building when it was completely remodeled, and I said, "Oh
Renovated.
wow, this is what, yeah, renovated." I said, "What has he done?" And I had gone to him because I wanted him as a judge for the Hindi category in the advertising club awards, of which I was the secretary for 4 years. So I told him that, judge. So I gave him my thing. I told him, I used to be over here. So all that happened. He was a very, dil khola
Yeah,
aadmi hai.
yeah,
Bole, kya, kothay, ha. And he spoke Bengali. So that is one major thing. I mean, like for a Hindi theatre, maybe he was a rich man. His father was a big politician. He himself was a very successful solicitor, lawyer.
sorry, sir.
But
He
then he
became later,
devoted,
yeah.
he became later, he committed to the theatre. And that's what we have. The other is what Dr. Pratibha Agarwal have done. The Anamika show, the Natya show in
Natya Shod
the
Sanstha.
museum. Natya
Yes.
Show Sanstha. That has again come from the Hindi theatre, remember? And it's a museum that
Yes.
this city should be very proud
Archiving
of.
is the Hindi.
So archive is an
Yes.
amazing piece of archiving, and I am now planning a program
Yes.
of an event with Khalid Chaudhary and his work. And I believe a large number of his set designs and models are there at the show, the Sanstha, so Natya Show Sanstha. So there have been huge contributions made by them. They have actually turned a huge number of Bengalis to become, lovers of Hindi theatre. Now, two more questions.
Yes.
One is, two ladies in your life, Shauli Mitra and Usha Ganguly. As women leaders, I'm putting it that way. I'm not even saying who was a better theater, who was a better production, who was a better actors. Those, no, you cannot
Yeah,
do
I
that
think
kind of
no.
judgment.
No, that's not fair. Also,
But yeah, but then what was it? Was it to work on these two lady stalwarts? Were they very, for
okay.
example, I'll help
So
you and ask it. Yeah, like were they very motherly, whether they were very Didi type, whether they were very, what? How did you find them
okay.
reacting? These two
Yes.
ladies.
So just before before I answer this question, I would like to tell all our viewers is also that Shyamanand Jalan has a studio theater, which is what he made, So because Hindi theater was always going through a huge crunch, and our theater was primarily happening at Kala Mandir and Gyan Manch. Okay, and sometimes Shikshat, because I also use Shikshatan for my productions. So Shikshatan, there are not too many places, and cash crunch because you need theater, then you need theater for rehearsals and things like that. So Padatik also had its own studio theater. So we used to practice there. We had to have rehearsals, and then all these people who used to come for workshops and things like that, we used to take our workshops there. So that's a great thing with Shyamanand Jalan has done it, and Shyamanand Jalan always wanted to bring professional theatre. And just imagine, through his lifetime, he has tried, and it was not successful because he started a repertoire. And during my time, and I was there in a repertoire for a while, but it's very difficult because the repertoire is basically that you pay the artists regularly, and they will work for you, and then they do not do anything else. They only work for the theater. So answering that, and obviously Natya Shod Sanstha, because we did, and remember, and I would like to mention that I met Maithili Sharan Gupta and great poets during Dr. Pratika. These were the guests who used to, and I still have a Maithili Sharan Gupta's signature autograph with me. So it's also an antique. I want to frame it. So we used to meet these people, and in Padatik, we used to meet every day. Every star, someone would come and they would discuss, and then you can generally chat. And I think it was such a normal thing that today I realized that it's a great thing. Great, it was not a selfie day. Otherwise, we would have killed them by all the selfies people take, And I don't have any. So I got few autographs and things like that. So coming back to Usha Ganguly, and see, I will tell you one thing that I think at a very early stage in my life, one thing I've learned, like I knew Shamananjalan, Krishan Kumar, Bimal Lad, Pratibha Garwa, but I think I was just coming from that kind of a background, and there was no like a happy jappy and hi ma'am, how are you, gla gla, and all that stuff. It was always a very professional atmosphere, and I studied from South Point School, so so it was never that you become, and I think all these people knew to keep a line. There's a boundary now, because especially when you're working in theater, there are a lot of things you say, a lot of things you do. So I think there's a professional boundary we all had. We never, so it was never, I wouldn't say motherly or anything like that. We were all in a very and I'm really glad about that. We were all on a very professional space, like, and I never had that kind of a personality where I would go and chat a lot. And so Usha Ganguly would work, and once work is done, we will all go home because we had to rush home because everybody day starts at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and they will also, and we all work or study, go to school, and then we all go for this session. So at 9:30, my parents obviously want me back home and eat and then sleep and then do my homework. And these people will also go back home. They got household chores. So we were never. The party was, in Calcutta, what kind of a party? The chai comes, the tea comes, and along comes pakoda or samosa most probably. So that's the time you chat and talk. But that's also professional talks. He set me kya karna hai, ye kya karna hai, tu ye drawing yaad karne na, tu aa raha hai ki nahi aa raha, that kind of a thing. But bonding was very strong. Like I had very strong bonding, but I have a huge, immense respect for all of them. So Shauli, I became a little bit more friendly. The reason being that the reason being that I became very involved in Athobati on Athobad because I loved that play. I mean, I remembered every scene, and when we would do rehearsals, I will sit through the rehearsals. Okay, so and then when she translated. So Usha Ganguly translated Nathoboti on Athobad, but then it was a literal translation. But then you need a lot of colloquials which you need in Hindi language, so you cannot do. So Krishan Kumar sir and me helped her in so before school in the morning we will start at 6 o'clock to 8:30 she would practice, and she would appreciate that. So my tea would come and nashta would come, and we would practice because we cannot waste time, because after that I have to go to school and she has to, because she has to do other work. So I had a that kind of a bonding, but very strong bonding in the sense, how can I explain it? It was like a guru shishya. It was like a guru shishya. So we never crossed limits. We were not joking about. We were not talking personal questions. I don't know where she came from, because we never used to talk things like that. And we would always meet in a professional area. Like even if suppose I'm going to Shauli's home, we will sit in the drawing room area and we'll practice. The moment practice is over, we'll walk out. And then ground floor we used to do rehearsals. So I think, but the bonding was very strong because I think, Sujita, you would understand that me and your bond, we don't know much about our personal lives, I think, right? We don't know. But I think our respect and love for each other is immense. So it was exactly like that. So it was exactly like that. And I mean, I miss them a lot. I can't tell, but I miss all my gurus and teachers a lot. I mean, today I feel that today I would like to have a cup of tea and talk about life with them. But today I think I'm matured enough to, that time I had not much to contribute about life and things like that.
Dharam, I'll tell you something. Every time I go to, excellent. I mean, I just wanted to share this with you that every time I go to Kolkata, I make one trip. For me, it's like a pilgrimage to go and spend some time with my gurus, people who brought me into theater, who introduced me to arts, who introduced me to painting. I called them up and I said, I'm in town, please can I come and see you? And they said, okay, chole aaye, Bikel wala, cha khabi. So again, cha. Now, that's the only way, and that's such a wonderful moment. Now we talk a little personal thing. Their lives have changed, our lives have changed. We have grown old and older.
Yes.
But then, after, as Sheila says, beguni with chai and all that you had during the rehearsals, yes, choto shingaras. But now, tell me this one final question: where do you think that the Hindi stage from Kolkata, from Bengal, the Hindi stage from Kolkata, has made the impact on the national theatre all over the country.
I
Like
think
there
it
have
was
been
primarily, yeah,
there have been n
mainly,
number of productions of Achal Ke Ek Din or Pagla Ghoda or Shantata,
yeah, yeah,
because don't forget Shamanand Jalan had a big role to play
yeah,
on
yeah,
putting Kolkata on the national
100%.
map. One more
Yes.
thing before you take on, that's the last question I'm asking you. I've asked you. This is for our viewers over here. Jalan had once done, and he started doing these exhibitions or festivals of Chow dance before
Yeah,
the government came into it. And way back in the
yeah,
early 70s, he had, and that Natya, the show in Kolkata,
Sansan.
in Salt Lake, yeah, the Nasta show Sansan, they actually have a gallery which has got all Chow masks. You know,
Yes. Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
now to go back to your thing, the huge contribution by these by the so-called Hindi stage in the life of Calcutta, life of Bengal, life of Bengal is amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, at a national level, where do you think the impact was there?
Huge impact because I remember Usha Ganguly used to travel a lot. Her plays were very another the big thing for a Hindi theater was that economically we all suffered a lot. There were not too much of a shows, and we were restricted to Kali this areas like basement of Kala
Live,
Mandir and Gyan Manch, because we could not do all over the place because of the financial, because we could not go to the bigger theaters because the number of audiences promised.
yeah,
So but they were all dependent on call shows. Like we were all excited if we get calls shows, because call shows make sure that you get paid for it. For us, it
yeah.
was like, chalo, theek hai, we will travel, we will go to different places. So when I worked with Padatik plays used to travel. But I don't, because I was much younger, so I don't remember. I never traveled too much with them. So they used to do a lot of shows. But Usha Ganguly shows were sure shot. Like every theater festival whichever is happening all over the country, her productions were going, and there were some milestone productions which are repeated, and she would go. So she had made a huge impact, and like I said, when we started, Geeta Jani was also there, and then Geeta Jani suddenly dissolved, and then Usha Ganguly took off, and then she started doing some great stuff, and she was doing whole lot of productions, and she was traveling. So there's a huge impact. Shamanand Jalan also did, and Shamanand Jalan was also doing series and things like that. So his name, any fame, everything was there, and his theater was also traveling. There was a lot of cross culture theater which was happening. He was inviting a lot of people from other states and places to talk. So again, there was a huge impact by Shamanal Jalan, because he's a pioneer in the theater in Bengal. Similarly, Shaunlidi, when she did Nathopati Anabat, there was a lot of requests that people want. She used to take Nathopati, and we did a lot of shows with Nathopati. It was very immensely popular, even if it was in Bengali. A lot of people, because the whole it's a wonderful play. The acting and everything was perfect. So then she decided to translate this to cater to the larger audience. Okay, because there were very interesting dialogues which a lot of people would not understand. So then it was translated, non-Bengali wouldn't understand. And for the and it was all now. If you go to YouTube, you can see the whole Nathuboti or Nathubot also. So Hindi play has a huge impact. I mean, when you talk about Bengali theater, you have to talk about Hindi theater. You cannot discard Hindi theater. So that's the beauty. And Bengali audience would love to watch Hindi theater. I remember that they were very, and Usha Ganguly's theater was like, if 50%, 50% can easily say that a lot of Bengali audience would also come and watch. So they have made a great impact to Hindi theater scenario in the country, and
There
obviously
is a,
abroad also. A lot of,
yeah, there is a question. There is a question. Did they get calls from abroad?
yes, 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 yes. They
And
used to
yeah,
perform this.
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. See,
Okay.
if you'll go through it, see what I have started doing now. I have started doing street theater now. I'm teaching, and I'm like working as a consultant and things like that. Now, so now I'm trying to bring, that's taking a time, and during this pandemic also I started thinking we have to reinvent, right? So marketing has to come into theater, and marketing has to. So like I did a lot of street theater for, like, a lot of corporates have got a lot of policies, right? And they're very difficult. Like normally you give policies, you give them circulars, and you call them, and then you have a 2 day seminars. So what we have started doing is that we convert the policies into theater. So we actually enact those policies. Like suppose there is something like a sexual harassment, and you want to convey that this should not happen in the organization. Or there was an organization which was talking about how you should not cheat organization, like fake bills and things like that. So the accounts department, finance department wanted to talk about this to the entire sales and marketing team and others also. So rather than telling them on stage कि अरे ये करो ये मत करो ये गलत है वो गलत है, we actually had small skits for every thing. So that's the way we have evolved. Recently, with one of my friend, the Mars chocolate and all. So they had a CSR in Punjab, that how they should cultivate rice like safely. You use a lot of pesticides, so you should wear masks because they're not safe for you. So we did a whole street theater, and 2 years we traveled the whole Punjab, and through street theater we explained how they should taught the farmers how they should do it. And this was audited by the audit firm. Just remember that, like, whether the
Okay.
impact was made or not. So I think that's the way the whole theater has to move on to now a different scenario, so that it becomes self-sustaining.
A new dimension.
It's a new
Right,
dimension.
Dharam? I think it has been, well, even I am enlightened with this talk that you gave just now. And
Thank you, sir.
because, no.
Thank you.
And I'm sure everybody who has watched this with us, they will all agree that, we are going back home a very enlightened person on these, these nuances you cannot read in a book. These can only
Yeah.
come from the way you said it. Like going there, you are given your tea and some tele bhaja and whatever. And then you just get on to think, you don't figure out ki, what's whose personal life, kaun kya karta hai, nahi karta hai, which is a very current trend today. And then come and gossip, that is what is
Yeah.
happening. I saw they were talking on the side, nothing of that crap.
Yeah.
So that,
Yeah.
I think it was a different world. As I
Yeah.
was, when you were talking, I was getting this feel that we are talking about a different time, a different world,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
right, and as Mala has again mentioned over here, that the props that she saw in that Usha Ganguly, where the props, I mean, she still remembers the props that Usha Ganguly had used. So I think we need to close this session today because we have done an hour and 15 minutes, and I have got this IPL for everybody behind us to see who wins today and go up. Dharam, like the last time, it was an amazing session, boss.
Thank you,
And
sir.
I
Thank
think
you.
when you come back to Gurgaon, and I hope we can
We'll catch up. Yeah.
even in pandemic. But you have to promise me one thing for Kahani Kancheti. This is now the new platform on which we are running these kind of shows.
Yeah,
I would like to do one online with you regarding your street theater, because that
Yes,
is
sir.
something that I think we need to put it
Yeah.
up as a performance thing and talk about street theater. Street theater is again an area where we need to talk. And to my
Street theater
viewers,
see, beautiful thing is that street theater has evolved. Now, like I
Yeah.
went judge some street theater I'm teaching. The fun,
Hmm.
and I don't want to see what is happening is that what street theater was and what street theater is today has evolved. So there's a lot of conflict which happens when you see these kids performing. So are they doing the correct? There has to be a grammar. So I think through
Right.
Kahani Kancheti, because today every school and college are communicating through street theater. So I think you will be catering to a large audience, and the point is that what kind of a grammar we are talking about. Is it a proscenium? It's not a proscenium. Is this a studio theater? It's not. So I think that kind of discussion needs to be done, and purpose behind, and especially when we are going through a pandemic, what should be the answer to theater, because everybody's struggling to find new answers. How to reach out to audience, and how should we do it. I think that would be a welcome
Dharam,
thing.
Dharam, in which case can we in the very near future, can we do a kind of a street theater festival online?
Yeah. Because I've been planning. I've been asking a few groups and people I know, and I want to come up with a theater which is pandemic relevant, pandemic era relevant. So we can actually
Sure,
launch it
sure.
on Kahani Concerti. We can actually launch it
Oh,
here.
that will be lovely. That will be lovely. Because that's a kahani by itself. You know, there you are.
Yeah,
That's what we're looking for, right?
So we can actually do
And
it.
to
We
my
can launch it.
viewers, we can do it. When you come back, or even now, does it? You don't have to come back. You can sit there. We can talk. Nowadays, it's so
Yeah.
easy to communicate. You know.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes. Yes.
okay, I just wanted to tell my viewers that our next show, before we say goodbye to everybody, my next show of Kahani Kancheti is on the 14th of November. 14th of November, we will be discussing live with the Hungryalist movement, the Hungryalist literature movement in India. And the person who will be actually attending this, is going to be Mr. Maloy Raichaudhuri, the person who was actually convicted and then acquitted for writing poetry on charges of obscenity. But that is a whole movement we are going to take on. And Maloy Babu is going to be present himself. Along with Maloy Babu, we are going to have Daniela Capello, who has done a thesis and submitted that on the Hungryalist literature movement and the art movement as a whole in Germany. And we'll also have Mr. Hiron Mitro Stalinda, who will be doing the illustrations. We are also trying to get some of other people who can talk online or offline in that Hungryalist. On the 19th is the birthday of Sholil Chaudhary, so we'll celebrate with his songs and music, some from the recorded ones and some live, which I'll be collaborating with Suparna and Aishwarya Chakravarti from Mumbai, who, Dharam, if you remember, came and sang those songs during our
Yes.
Gozar. So they
Very
will be.
nice.
So
Yes.
we'll be doing a Salil Chaudhary birthday celebration on
Very
19th.
nice.
I think
Wow.
that was very nice, and they are going to sing Salil Chaudhary. And so please keep tracking us on kahanikancheti.in. Now, this is a wonderful thing that we like to take up as the Street Theatre Festival online. Oh boy, that's going to be amazing. We're going to use this as a
Thank you, dear.
platform, as Dharam says. And please visit our Facebook page, which is facebook.com Kahani Tales. Those of you who have come, please start liking our page, following us, and more importantly, please leave your comment and feedback. Like Dharam was saying, that even if you had one dialogue, Usha ji's and Shauli ji's would go and say ki kya bola, tumko kaisa laga. So we also want to know aapko kaisa laga. Deshapriya Roy, thank you very much
Feedback.
for coming and doing namaskar to feedback. You will also give your feedback for saying namaskar. This guy, every time he turns up, he has only one word, namaskar. Deshapriya Roy. He's my backup in Kolkata. Right.
Okay.
So with that, and Dharam, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you,
We are
sir.
just
Thank you so
for
much.
the,
Great
pleasure.
fun.
Thank you. Thank
A
you,
pleasure.
everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Great fun.
Namaskar.
Great fun.
Chalo, bye.
As always. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you.